Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly update video. Pretty good week for Diecast this week as far as what I got in the mail. Decent hunting week I suppose as well, because I did find a chase, so that is pretty sweet, and I'll show you that here in a second. So I got a box, if you've seen the previous video, I got a box from HeavyMetal One64. Thank you again, Travis. In the second half of this video, we'll show some of those vehicles from that box close up, since I did not do it in the unboxing video of that. And yeah, so that was cool. I got that, and then also got some other mail in here, and I got those Street Fighter 2 figures and did a video on that. Not car related, but that was a fun little thing to do, and those things are pretty cool. So check out that video if you haven't. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So, just this last Thursday night, Walmart got a case of Johnny Lightning, and these are starting to pop up at Walmart's. Now, the interesting thing is these are 2016 Muscle Release 2. So it's 2016, and they're not. I think one of these cases hit my Walmart a long time ago when these were really supposed to come out, and then you really didn't see them anywhere for the longest time. And now I think since there's no current Street Freaks release that's being stocked at Walmart, Walmart's being shipped this 2016 release 2 of the Muscle series. So I think Walmart's down to only carrying one SKU of Johnny Lightnings. And we might see some weird stuff happen where they'll get Street Freaks for a little bit, and then they'll get like something like this. So, anyway, this is a Walmart exclusive, Oldsmobile 442. It's a very cool car. We'll take a closer look at it in the second half, but pretty neat. All the rest of them, the packaging is kind of screwed up because they did put Walmart exclusives on all of the cars. However, they're not all Walmart exclusives, so they started covering up this with like some red tape, and I'll show you that here on the next one. So then I also pulled out of that case a White Lightning. This is a Mercury Montego, 71 Mercury. This thing is pretty sweet. This actually is how I like their White Lightnings to be. I like when they're white body, white wheels. This one has a metal base, not a white base, but this is pretty cool. I like this a lot better than the ones that just have the white base. You know, white base, white interior, and White Lightning on the tires. I kind of like these chase pieces more just because they look more like a chase. Here's what I was talking about there with the red sticker over the Walmart exclusive. So under this, if you peel it back, it's got exclusively at Walmart on it, which is false. So, Muscle Cars USA, 2016 Release 2. Here is a White Lightning. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I'm actually tempted kind of to crack it. This one does not go for too much money. On eBay, it's cheap enough possibly for me to keep it in my collection. And I think the reason why it doesn't go for as much is because this series is not as limited as the newer cardboard backing ones from 2017. All have very limited numbers. And I don't think this series is very limited. Now, however, I haven't seen much of it out at all. Now it's just starting to appear at Walmart, so that is kind of interesting. But that's my best find of the week, obviously, a White Lightning. And for some reason, this year, man, I've had pretty good luck with White Lightnings over any other chase piece. I think I've found more whites than anything else, more than Green Machines, more than all of that. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Alright, so there's that. Oh, and let's see here. Another store purchase. Well, my buddy Jeremy Bolter picked me up a bunch of these. I wanted to keep a few for customs. And here's this guy. So let's crack it right now. So this camo series, this is the only one I really wanted. There is a couple other cool castings. There's a Humvee, a Hummer, Ford F-150, a custom Ford Bronco, Chevy Blazer, and then two like fantasy castings, the Baja truck and Off Duty. But obviously people were going out and hoarding these. I had them pick me up a dozen of them. So that's one carded, one loose for the collection, and then 10 to customize. This, of course, is a fun one to put headlights in the front of, so now I got some donor castings to make some Silverados, so that's pretty awesome. So thank you, Jeremy, for picking those up for me. Let's see here. I had to work out of town on the couple days last week, and coincidentally had to kind of drive through the town called Oshkosh, and they had a little antique mall, so I stopped after work one day to check it out. And they had a couple of interesting things, but this was the only thing I picked up, this Matchbox right here. I paid $3 for it. It's a Matchbox Viper. I do kind of loosely collect this Viper RT10 casting from both Hot Wheels and Matchbox. Just another cool car from when I was a kid that I thought was really neat, so picked that one up, and we'll probably crack that in the second half. Why not? Alright, so now mail. Well, I got two more store finds. What about two more store finds? Here is this I got at Hobby Lobby, 40% off of that $7.99 price. They had two of the new VWs there, but of course you can only pick one at a time to get the 40% off, and I didn't want to pay $8 for the little Beetle that was there. But I probably will try to get this whole series, this whole new VW series, and yeah, it's pretty neat. So probably not going to crack this one until I get the whole series together, or then maybe I'll crack the whole series at once. And then also found this guy. Todd and I were kind of hunting one night, and there was one case of these replica entertainment cars, so we each got a Skyline out of it. So that is pretty sweet there. And that's it for store finds. Oh, Todd did also hook me up with one of these. Little double cab action. This is from the Titanium series. There's some other cool castings in this series, but he got me this VW, so that's pretty sweet. Add that to the VW collection. And then last up, we got Auto World, and this is all mail stuff. Got one of these. I already had one. I have one loose. Now I got one carded. Todd and I just went in on an order for these because of A&O Toys. Those were on back order, and of course not guaranteed to even get them. So had to make sure I secured a carded one for the collection. So got that, and then I did make a trade, cash plus this car for a White Lightning that I had. So that was pretty good, and got this ultra red Chevelle SS396. This is from License Premium Release 2, and so it's an older one, and this thing is just beautiful. And I mean, the packaging's pretty scuffed and stuff, so I think we're just gonna, we'll go ahead and crack this in the second half and take a nice close look at it. So there's that, and then the only other Auto World I got were these deluxe series, and I'll buzz these by the camera on the second half, but El Caminos, two of them, one in black, one in this, I guess, blue. So those are hobby exclusives. These are limited to 1248 pieces per color. Pretty neat Camino. And then these are really, really nice. These 84 Chevy Camaro Z28s. One in black and red, and one in white and red with a red stripe. So these look great. Again, these are also limited to 1248, and these are hobby exclusives. You will not find these in stores. You need to order them online. Likely at this moment, eBay is probably going to be your best source for that. And that's going to be it. So let's flip the camera around. We got a lot to look at here yet from the pile of stuff from Travis, and then some of this stuff. So, all right, do it. Okay, let's start by taking a quick look at these Johnny Lightnings, just real quick here, exclusively at Walmart. I can't tell you honestly what the normal colors for this release are. I just know that this one in this nice brown is exclusive to Walmart. It's kind of like a metal flake, kind of dark brown color, and this just looks really, really nice. Might crack it sometime in the future, but we're just going to leave it carded for now. And then, of course, this White Lightning. So there it is, see, new for 2016, somehow showing up in the second half of 2017. So there's the back of the card. So this is pretty cool. Really cool to find this White Lightning. Frank's kids also found this same one, as well as my buddy Suresh. We all found one within like the same week, so that's kind of interesting too. But I don't know, maybe there's one in every case. I have no idea. But yeah, so this same exact white lightning. So I don't know how rare it really is. And they don't go for too much on eBay or anything like that. This one does not. Some of those other ones go for big money. This one is not one of those. So there's those. Quick to start with. Then let's roll a couple things by the camera. Start with some Ultra Reds here. This is from Travis, HeavyMetal One64, and was part of a trade. And if you saw that trade box, you know he blew me up with awesome stuff. And we're going to take a look at a lot of it close here. This is great. This is from 2017 Release 1. It is the version A/B Ultra Red. There is another version of this Ultra Red from that same release that has a red base. And this one just has the Ultra Red. This is the one with the tampoed wood grain. That looks really, really nice. This one's definitely going to take some nice pictures. I'm glad to have it. So thank you very much, Travis, for that one. And that's not the only Ultra Red there. Then we also got this one, which is just beautiful. This Mustang. This is from 2017 Release 2. Pretty cool. It's got that, it maintains the blue interior from the first color of the vehicle, and which looks really, really nice. And actually I got it right over here, so I might as well grab it. Been meaning to take some cool shots of this one. So here's your regular. I think this is version A. It's either version A or B, I'm not sure. And then the other Mustang of this, I don't think I've got it loose. The other one was kind of almost a dark maroon color, so a lot of people thought it was the Ultra Red, but this is what the Ultra Red looks like. It's got that teal interior, and of course, it's a beautiful Ultra Red color. So very, very nice. Really, really dig this one. I think it just looks awesome with those white letter tires. I do have the older version of this one too. There's a little paint flaw in the back. Definitely just a flaw. It's underneath the clear, it looks like, but that is okay. This thing still looks awesome. So there's 2 Ultra Reds added to the collection this week. Here's just a nice, beautiful looking Auto World. And then I might as well pop this one out right away. So here is the 3rd one added to the collection this week, the 66 Chevy Chevelle SS 396. And I've already popped it open here, but have not actually pulled it out of this acrylic. So let's go ahead and do that. And this thing is gorgeous. Yeah, that looks really good. Really cool. They put this nice subtle white stripe right across the side. And that's the attributes that Ultra Reds used to have. They used to all have some sort of white added into the design. And this one had a white stripe. So the regular castings of these, I do not believe had any sort of white stripe right there. They might have had a little black line, but no white stripe. I am missing one of the regular ones of these. I have the champagne colored one. There is also one in blue, and I do not have the blue one. So if anybody's got one of those and is willing to part with it, let me know, so that I can complete this casting for that series. So very, very nice. Really, really dig it. This Chevelle actually was it was the first premium Ultra Red, or first premium release of Auto World that I bought when I did my first Auto World video back when I just had started my channel, and it was that champagne colored one. I bought one license premium, one premium, and one deluxe, and did a video on Auto World. So pretty cool. Pretty cool to have the Ultra Red. I really think that looks spectacular. So there is that. So next up, what we'll take a look at real quick. We might as well buzz these by real quick just to stay on Auto World for a second. Here's the Camaro Z28s, hobby exclusive. You got this one in black. It looks awesome. And then this one in white. It looks awesome. Yeah, I wish they would do a premium release of this, but they'd obviously have to tool a metal base for it, and I'm sure they have to do some tweaking, because all their premium models have opening hoods, so that's probably one of the things that would be getting in the way of that becoming a premium release. Same with this one. They'd have to tool a metal base and tool an engine and have the hood open up, so to make it fit within the line. So pretty cool. Dig this casting. I do like that they're doing hobby exclusives because it just means that there's more to collect. So next, let's take a look at a couple of Beetles. This is from Travis at HeavyMetal One64. Thanks again, buddy. The sweet red one I think is from a holiday series. This is from the Auto Milestones series. And then he also hooked me up with this Hot Wheels 100% Beetle, which is a really cool little casting. And this thing's got the little back thing opens. You can see the motor in the back. Pretty cool. This one's got a little rubber band damage, unfortunately, where the paint is rubbed off on here. And on this side a little bit too, which is kind of a bummer, but it still looks really cool. I might actually dare to take this thing apart and customize it. Go ahead and just paint it something different. Paint it a different color, do something with it, just because of that rubber band damage. But I bet you could make a really cool looking Beetle custom with this casting, if I were so inclined. And we'll see if I actually ever do that. Alright, so also from Travis, taking a quick look, he hooked me up with this, which is a Ferrari Testarossa from the California Customs. This is from the second release of California Customs. There's a lot of different interior variations of this one, but the one to look out for if you ever see it is this one right here. This one's actually pretty rare. Same car. The pink does look a little more brighter on this than it does on this, or I should say less saturated on this and lighter in color than this, but I don't think that's one of the listed variations. But the real variation in is this interior. Having a red and blue make up the interior pieces in this order is not very common. And the reason why it's not, because it's actually a transition from this release, which is the initial California Customs release for this Ferrari Testarossa, where you have the red and blue interior. So these are the only two variations I have. I know this one is really hard to come by from watching WTFFOR's videos, and that's how I'm aware of that this is rare. I didn't even know I had the rare one until I watched one of his videos, and I was like, oh, awesome, that's the one I got. And I think Gabadebble12, if you follow him on Instagram, he's got a bunch of these in different variations, and I think this is the only one that he's actually missing. He doesn't have this one, but he's got every other variation of interior and stuff like that. There also is a wheel variation on this too that had plastic wheels, different style wheels. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. If you see one of these with these wheels and that interior combo, and it's a good price, definitely you should pick it up, and then you should send it to me. Just kidding. Alright, so here's another one from Travis. This is a pretty sweet custom van. This, I believe, is a Corgi casting, actually. So this is a Corgi tool, and this is in the J.C. Whitney, whatever, series. I'm not too familiar with this van, but it is really awesome. If there is any other Hot Wheels versions of it, probably will try to get them, and I'll probably try to get a Corgi example of it too. Why not? Pretty cool. The plastic base seems pretty cheap and stuff, but it does have Real Rider tires. It's a pretty lightweight casting, but it's really neat little unique Hot Wheels van that there's not that many out there of. So that's pretty cool. And moving on, this is an awesome Hot Wheel, the 93578. Yeah, this thing is so rad. I'm so happy to have this finally in my collection. Which now I believe I am caught up on this casting, and I have every variation that is out. Of course, this is one of my favorite castings to just throw a quick custom together on. Just a sweet paint job, little decal action, and it's done. But I'm very glad to have this Road Racers release of this Porsche. Very, very cool. And then we got, sticking with Hot Wheels here for a moment, this sweet van. This is an RLC van. These were available on HotWheelsCollectors.com for quite some time, and in fact, they might still be. I'm not sure what they were limited to. I don't think it's much, but this is one of the least expensive RLC piece super vans that you can get. And it's a really nice one. It's very underrated. And you really got to break it loose to appreciate it, though. And it's got almost like a Spectra Flame black finish with this Hot Wheels tampo on it. I think it's done very, very well. So I dig it. Thank you very much. And then, let's see here. We got one more Hot Wheel. One more loose Hot Wheel. This is a Ferrari F40. This is also from the Auto Milestone series, which all the cars in this series are done really well, with the exception of having this stupid tampo somewhere on it. I think, yeah, the Beetle's got it right on the roof too. Yeah, that tampo's kind of lame. But other than that, they did a really good job with the castings. They all have pretty cool wheels and pretty decent color schemes. So that's a cool F40 to add to the collection. And then this little guy, this Toyota GT86. Not sure what brand it is, and neither is Travis. He says he thinks it might be some sort of Toyota promotional thing, but it definitely feels like a Kyosho. Just really feels like it with the plastic base. It's pretty lightweight. The wheels are really cool. You can actually see brake discs underneath the rims. That's pretty awesome. It's really not a roller, much of a roller at all, but that's okay. It's more of a display piece. You got lens detail in the rear, lens detail in the front, and just a really highly detailed, very cool looking little car. Definitely take some neat pictures of this one. And then probably my fave though was this one, this Lamborghini Mura Jota, I guess is probably the correct pronunciation of it. It's supposed to be the Spanish pronunciation for the letter J. And I believe in real life this is a one-off car. I don't think it was actually ever made except for once, and it was made for a specific, I think, racing series, and I think it crashed and burned very shortly after being made. But this is a CM's Diecast is the brand. Very plain plastic base, pretty lightweight, but you got rubber tires with tread, lens detail all around, including these awesome taillights. And just a beautiful looking little car. It's kind of an odd looking one with how wide the back is compared to the front, but you can see that in the tires too. But really, really neat and really cool to add this to my collection. Thank you very much, Travis, for just throwing this one in as an extra, because that's a ridiculous extra to get, especially for a Lambo fan such as myself. Alright, so moving on here, I got a couple more loose cars. We got this guy we really don't need to take much of a look at. Here is the Camo Silverado for you square body Chevy fans. I'm sure you guys picked up these or really want these. Whatever. It's an orange one. It's kind of like they took the Fram one and just took the tampos off the side and threw a camo tampo on it. But it looks alright. So there's that. And let's see here. We got a couple. Oh, still from Travis. I'm not going to crack this thing. This is a Hot Ones release Ferrari F40, and this thing is smoking hot. It's awesome. I really like it. I really like this Hot Ones series from back, I think 2012 is when it was out, and definitely need to get, there's a few more castings that I really would like to have in here, including, I think, the Lamborghini Countach I don't even have, so I need to get that one, and I know that was released in this series. So there is that, and here's an M2 for you. I opened that sucker up. It looks pretty good. I dig the wheels on it. The rims on it look pretty cool. It's just your basic double cab. Kind of getting tired of this casting already, but it's cool. It's going to be one of the few M2s in the collection, so it goes well with my VWs, so we'll go ahead and keep that one. And then, let's see here. Viper, Matchbox, Premier Series. Got it at an antique mall. Go ahead and crack it. These are the Premier Series. They come with rubber tires, with tread, plastic bases, metal bodies, and there's your Dodge Viper RT. Good amount of detail on it. You got front detail and rear detail. Basic tampo scheme. Looks really good. Seats look good. Nice roller. It's a pretty solid casting. I think the Matchbox version of the casting is much nicer than the Hot Wheels one, as far as in how it looks. And then you get this little collector box you can throw the car in if you wish. So there is that. And then we got this Fast and the Furious Nissan Skyline GTR R34, the Retro Series. Go ahead and crack it. Now, Mattel really knows what they're doing here with this Replica Entertainment Series. It is so obvious that they threw this car in a case with a bunch of other junk that probably is going to warm the pegs for quite some time. However, odd thing about it, there's the Snoopies in that case with Real Riders, and when Todd and I got to this case, we were late. Someone had already cracked it, And oddly enough, they pulled out the Snoopies. For what reason, I do not know, but they left these two behind and didn't grab a single one of them, so score for us. So picked up this sweet Skyline. If I see another one, I'll probably grab another one. Actually, if I see any of them, I'll probably grab them for a while, unless they become, you know, very common and easy to find. But I know some people will be after this one, but Mattel knows what they're doing. They pre-ordered and sold, you know, probably a ton of cases just that people would buy just to get this car. And there's a little paint flaw on the roof. It's a bummer. But it looks good displayed sideways. But anyway, so obviously they did that to sell a bunch of cases and then give people a bunch of garbage, because nobody wants that Jetsons car again. I mean, come on. Jetsons car, the Snoopy, what else is in there? Anyway, who cares? This is the only one that's really worth it, and this is why people are definitely going to be picking up cases of this just to get this car alone. So, pretty cool to have one, and I think that's going to be just it. Well, actually, you know what? Let's just quick. I got just a couple more cars here. These are from Travis. Might as well crack them, because he's a full-on loose collector, and I'm a wannabe loose collector. Here is GTO. Crack that one, and a Cougar. Cars I definitely dig. I love the Plymouth Superbird. I think it's very cool. I like it better than the Dodge Charger Daytona. I just think the body lines on the Superbird look a little bit better, look a little bit nicer. And then this GTO is awesome in orange. It's got the Judge on the front, I think. Is that what it says? Yep, that's what it says. It's orange. Just looks great. It's a nice looking muscle car Hot Wheel. And then the Mercury Cougar I've also always been a fan of. I always thought that they looked pretty cool. So I always like the grill on these Cougars. I think that looks awesome. So we're definitely have gone long enough now. So anyway, thank you guys again for watching another weekly update video of some diecast fun and a bunch of stuff added to the collection again this week. I love adding Ultra Reds to my collection. That is my favorite thing to add, obviously. I'm just checking them off one by one as we go. I'm down to only needing, I think, probably 10 or 15 of the regular release Auto Worlds, like just standard cars, not non-chase versions. So I'm really chipping away at that collection. So pretty awesome. Still need a carny case to go ahead and display them all before I start really going crazy with them. But, yeah, that'll be coming sometime. All right. Well, thank you guys again for watching. Have a great week.